to another Crypto Live. I appreciate you guys jumping on in. Mojo Nixon, how's it going? Silver Days in the house. Good to have everybody here. Long time no see. I know it's been a bit, but I'm so appreciative and always grateful to everybody who supports this channel when they support it and when they jump in and are able to join. It's always so fun. I know I stream at random. I know our schedule's been all over the place, and I know, you know, hey, just a lot of things have been going down, and just appreciate the Blue Crew and just grinding, as always, guys, to just accumulate more and more XRP, more drops of XRP in whichever way I can. And you know, other digital assets as well. We got a good deep breads to give you for this stream, you know, just in case we don't stream in a bit. We got some good deep breads to be looking out, if there are any deep breads out there, and I still think there are some. We're still, you know, in a kind of bearish momentum. We've been kind of getting some good gains from, you know, ZBEC's been killing it, right? ZBEC's been killing it, getting closer to the 002 range, maybe 005 before you know it. So you got to love that that's having some momentum. EWT has been picking up in the past month. So, you know, IMX is in our deep reds today still. But, you know, considering where it was at, it's still some good gains going from 40 cents up to 70, and now kind of just finding maybe a middle ground here at the 60-cent range. But yeah, once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and we certainly got the best community jumping on in. How's it going? Silver Days, good to see you, buddy. Mojo Nixon, Crypto Navigator in the house. Bradley in the house. Good to see everybody. Devin Steve, Ahmad in the house. SHX to $1. 30 million per XRP. I don't see why not. Sounds good to me. Let's go, FPS 420. You know what's up, dude. I mean, it's limitless. It's limitless, the price of some of these digital assets, especially because of their scarcity. You know, it seems like slow motion lottery right now as an XRP holder, right? Yeah, you had to wait maybe 6 or 5 years to get some you know, decent returns or back up to the $2 range, right? Remember that, you know, some people came in to XRP at around $3. Right at that all-time high. Some were lucky enough to get earlier, right, before it hit that $3 all-time high, but they kept holding on, probably thinking that the $3 was going to be retested, and you know, next thing you know, they go through the like craziest bear cycle of all time as a holder, and you know, now everything's starting to be beautiful. I mean, going into this age of Aquarius, we've seen the switch flip, right? I don't know. I know the price in terms of flipping the switch hasn't happened yet, but in terms of sentiment and in terms of, you know, sure, there's still some mind game stuff that they're playing here, but Ripple just continues to win. XRP just continues to win. More and more growth is happening. More and more expansion across the globe is happening. We're getting closer, hopefully, to some crypto regulations. I hope they don't wait for, it looks like they're maybe waiting for a cyber attack to finally have some major regulations on overall tech. I definitely think, you know, we're due for some, right? Just in general, like now that we can, if we can zoom out and just see how lost humanity has kind of gotten in, you know, the box here, as I like, you know, as somebody amazing I know likes to call it, and now I like to call it that way, the box. You know, it's the monolith, right? Our cell phone screens, our freaking big screens, right? Just keeping you on screens is always the objective, and they do a really good job of it, right? But now it's going to be looking like they're going to have to regulate technology, or at least use of technology, for a safe environment, right? Restricting, right? Just adding restrictions now that maybe everybody would have to abide on. Who knows? We'll see, right? Once again, this has been we're going to miss this Wild West phase of crypto. We are going to miss it, right? Because once crypto starts getting regulated, and the few that survive, that strive, you know, to work with regulators, which is very few. There's not many cryptos that want to work with regulators. They think, hey, this is freedom. This is what ultimate freedom is like. Screw the regulators, screw, you know, all, you know, anything that has to do with that, right? Well, good luck to you. You're not going to be a mainstream utilized platform. That's for sure. Like, that would be a given. You may be in the black market though, for sure. But I mean, then you're just not a legit thing. if you're like totally down with just black market taking up a majority of your usage as a technology, or, you know, something that was supposed to bring freedom to the world is just bringing more crime, right? You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of 50-50 with it, right? It's a lot of gray. My wife calls my GX 550 Lexus a box too. That's funny, dude. You got to sell that car and get some XRP, Ahmad. Come on, man. How are you not living in a cardboard box by now? But that's hilarious, man. Yeah, right? The box. Having your eyes on screens, not having you unplugged, having you get lost in the drama. I got to tell you, man, like, since I just been grinding like freaking straight for, you know, a lot of days in a row, I'm so out of the loop on so much, and it's almost relieving. It's almost like, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. Like, looking at, like, I still look at crypto every day. I look at anything related with crypto stuff, but I don't really look at, like, you know, I don't look at any other drama that's on here. I try, you know, you just start to become aware of, like, damn, I'm on screens like most of my day, especially for what my job is, right? It's just like trying to just touch grass, man. Trying to just unplug. Trying to just keep grinding. Focus on the work. Stack up some cryptos. Be able to own an island in the future. They'll use, yeah, it's always kid safety, right? It's always for the safety of the children, right? There's been just too much exposure, too easy access for children to very, you know, X-rated type of content or whatever. Hi, G. This is X-rated content, obviously. Hi, G. Hope all is well. You have the painting CRI for Edward Monk by Edward Monk. Bravo. Shout out to you, Wayne Shen Gaming. What's up, man? Long time no see, by the way. Where did the bad XRP touch you? Exactly. Where did the XRP touch you? Do you want to let us know where? But guys, let's jump into some deep reds that we got. We got a long list today, and I kind of wanted to just give each one of them their due. So one that's in the shallow, we'll start in the shallow, and then we'll try to get to some of the deepest reds. IMX, IOTX, and MDT. I'm going to throw these in a basket, but IMX, man, immutable. All three of these are on Coinbase, easy to get. Immutable, legit, you know, what they're building here. Obviously, we got it at a really nice low at around 40 cents, up to 64 cents now. 2 billion supply. That's a limited supply. I love sub-dollars, sub-penny freaking cryptos on Coinbase. And with the 2 billion supply and what Immutable is building, I mean, it's a scarce supply. It's only going to get less and less, right? So at 64 cents, I think we can get back to the all-time high of IMX if we're going into a speculative cycle. And dude, 2 billion supply, that means this thing can do some numbers. That means it has, you know, possibility of going to double digits, triple digits, right? If the grandest of outcomes for IMX, and it's an X crypto, you got to love that. XPnet, right? One of the gems. I mean, this is the deepest of the deep red. I think I just went instantly into the deep red. I should have just gone to IOTX. I went up instead of down here. Let me catch up with the chat here. What's up, Sean? Good to see you. My family and cousins in Dubai are telling me to move back home to Dubai, as most of the top influencers are all living in the UAE. But I don't have that much money in crypto. Yeah, I mean, why would you want to spend money moving back when you can, you know, put that into some crypto right now and then be able to freaking move back as many times as you want in the future cheaply? Hell, you could just have a hologram representation of yourself at those places, man. In this future, they just want you in a box all the time. They want you in your home all the time. So somehow they're going to find a way for us to travel to other places and interact with other people, right? Whether it's through metaverse or otherwise, right? You'll have your hologram representation over there. It's almost like you're there, right? They'll do some stupid shit like that. You'll have a holo room, right? Just like the Star Trek ship has the Enterprise has the holo deck. you'll have your hollow room in your house, right? You go from owning a little microwave box to literally being in the microwave box. Anyone seen watch Stay Tuned video of the Riddler? Oh, I have not seen that. Is that a new release there, Devin Steve? IMX all-time high was around 10 bucks last cycle. Easy money. I mean, hey, nothing's easy money, but dude, Immutable and IMX, I don't mind if we get at least halfway there, right? I don't mind if we get to $6. That's a 10x from here, right? Even close to that would be great. I wonder if you can stake IMX. If anybody knows how you can earn some yield on IMX, let me know, man. I've been doing that with some XRP. I understand some people don't want to touch their XRP and they don't want to do things with their XRP. I'm the type of guy who does things with my Tradle portfolio of XRP. I have my always hodl forever portfolio, and then I have my Tradle portfolio. And with my Tradle portfolio, I don't mind my XRP working for me and making me some yield. You know, it looks like Doppler is pretty legit. I'm not going to say they are, right? There's no guarantee. But for the meantime, just going to earn some freaking drops, right? Hell, if I can earn one whole XRP a week or every other month or something like that, just to even that level, just getting drops of XRP right now is so crucial passively, right? Before they change this thing up to what, triple digits, 1,000. Guys, thanks for the 13 viewers and the 6 likes on the stream. You know, it's good to be back and just hanging with the Blue Crew. Good seeing y'all. Thanks, Gary. Damn GDLT. I've been missing the streams. Hey, man. You know, it's like, you know, we've been going sideways. The same deal is the same deal as what we've been saying in the past videos. Like, I'm sure deep reds of like a few videos back are still relevant to today, right? But we've just been grinding, man. We want to have more time for this, but right now it's like we need to just keep our nose down and just be making some dough to stack up on. You know, we were hoping that the channel could like help us in a way like to get to our destination and stuff. Help us maybe even quit a job or two. But you know what? Now I just got to kind of embrace the situation. We're shadow banned. We're, you know, we're in the firmament, right? We have a thick firmament around this channel. But hey, we got our tremendous community here, and we're going to have, there's so many great times ahead for us that I'll just keep grinding at my other jobs until they come, man. I'll just keep stacking up on cryptos, right? If that means I can't stream as often, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know? Did you get that hat from the Digital Outlook website? No, Crypto Savage. I got this. I was bestowed this crown by the king himself, XRP Bags, man. So shout out to the Bagman. You can stake IMX. Oh my gosh, dude. That's game over. Sean, I mean, that's game over. Right there. You're kidding me? We just wait till it gets to like $6 or $5 or so and just keep staking that and just cash out our rewards. Ooh. IMX. IMX, man. Sean. What a beauty. Ralph Cooper. Feels like it's been a while. Hope everything's doing well. I hope everything's doing well for you guys as well, man. Everything's been going well here. I mean, it's been just freaking busy and tough month. But, you know, at the same time, no excuses, man. Stacking bricks, building a freaking blue castle, right? Hustle Hard Crypto, shout out to you. MDT, Measurable Data Token. I like this crypto, man. I like Measurable Data Token for a layer 2 crypto, just in terms of the price and supply dynamic, the ease of access, right? Ethereum's going to turn it around. We all know this. Like, there's going to be something that goes down with Ethereum where it becomes cheaper, it becomes easier to transact with. You know, developers are, there's already such a large amount of developers on there. I understand there's been like a evacuation as well into other projects, but Ethereum's going to do its thing in its speculative bull cycle, and the Ethereum tokens are going to be following suit. And Measurable Data Token's one of those, man. And I like that it's the data economy, right? Very focused on that, very forward looking, if anything, right? For MDT, already getting a listing on Coinbase, which is tremendous respect to them. You know, some cryptos try to cut corners and try to get listed on as many exchanges right away, right? And some cryptos are more selective. Hell, SHX being a prime example of like a top tier crypto that isn't on freaking Coinbase yet, but totally deserves to be, right? So measurable data token, just the ease of access. It's at a penny or two at a billion supply. I mean, dude, just give us 5 cents, 6 cents. Hell, go to 10 cents even. I'll take a easy 5x, right? MDT not looking too bad there. Obviously a lot of the cryptos that I choose too, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys see a big theme with a lot of the cryptos that we talk about, but there's always kind of some symbolism that's involved with these cryptos, whether it's their logo or it's their, just the like the story behind them or anything like that, right? There's always some kind of esoteric connection to some of these cryptos. So MDT having a very Masonic looking like logo, the M, right? The very Google Gmail-esque type of M looking there for MDT. And this is definitely a sleeper crypto that nobody talks about, that is such a, like, would be, if it does reach its grandest of outcomes, we wouldn't be surprised, just because this is like one of those ones that is like, hey, it was there on Coinbase for years. It was there in front of you for years, right? You just didn't want to get it. You just because you didn't see enough news about it, right? So I like measurable data token here at 2 cents with a 1 billion supply. Once again, IMX at 64 cents with a 2 billion supply. It was at 40 cents not too long ago, Blue Crew, but we're still riding the wave and we're still giving it some shout outs, even though it's starting to make some gains for us. It's still so far away from its all-time high and that supply. And it's an X crypto on Coinbase. Hell, its esoteric thing is not only the black and white symbolism of the crypto, but it's literally saying I am X, right? Like, yeah, people saying I am X. I think that they love that. They love that as the mark of the beast, right? Just like a little subtle type of thing, right? And once again, I don't even know if I fully believe half of the stuff that I'm saying here, but it's just an interesting thought, right? You got to sometimes go this way to just be a long-term holder of this, and then even see sometimes like hopefully one of these like lands, right? That's all we need, is just one of these. Silver Days, thanks, Gary. Hey man, I can't wait to buy that dude some shots, man. Can't wait to buy that dude some shots. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Shout out to the Green Giants. Shout out to the Ledger Citizens. Everybody who's tuning in, much love to the Blue Crew. I hope you're having an awesome Monday starting out the week. Keeping our heads down and just stacking up blue bricks, right? That's what it's all about. Building up our own blue castles for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our community, right? So IMX, MDT, IOTX, right? IOTX at 2 cents. 10 billion supply. IOTX, DPIN infrastructure, right? 10 billion supply. It's not as appealing as a measurable data token at 2 billion, or as a 1 billion supply at 2 cents. But IOTX, I think, is its own layer 1, if I'm not mistaken. And at a 10 billion supply, they're trying to account for maybe some large amount of holders and users, right? And at 2 cents, this is significantly pretty low from, I think where its all-time high was at around like maybe 50 or 60 cents. I could be wrong on that. And I think I might be thinking of another crypto that has that all-time high. But IOTX, we've been talking about, also on Coinbase, also an X crypto. Interesting logo. And yeah, that's what I like about IOTX. It has a good following on X, very active on X, continuing to grow. More partnerships have been happening during this bear cycle. That's very good. Events have been happening for them. So I like where IOTX is going. Let's jump into the Cosmos ecosystem really quick. Cosmos ecosystem we've been talking about is probably the number one that we want to get. HBAR, Cosmos ecosystem are like the top, and then XX Network as a token is the top deep red of 2025. XX Network is still at 2 cents. But then you got the Cosmos ecosystem here. Atom token, we were talking about Atom token just looking ridiculously undervalued at around $3.45, low end $4, right? Now you're starting to see the sentiment come back again. This is all it takes, guys. Green candles just make everybody forget about everything, right? It doesn't matter what happened in the past for this crypto. The freaking green candles showing up, that's what everybody else cares about, right? We're here when the red candles are set. We're not here to chase green candles, right? We're here just waiting on each crypto like a ticking time bomb for that green candle to happen. And then we got some options, right? Wow, Senator Loomis getting called out by Brad G for canceling a crypto meeting with him. I mean, at the end of the day, looking good doing it. That's talking head stuff, right? It's just drama. It's just words. It's just talking heads. The actions clearly behind the scenes have already been set. The infrastructure that Ripple is being built and their destiny, you know, has already been written freaking generations ago. Hell, who knows how many years ago, right? There's an XRP logo on the Mayan calendar, y'all. I know you think I'm freaking crazy and it doesn't matter. I don't know you. You don't know me. Looking good doing it. Let's go, man. Let's go. It's all talking head stuff. We know where this freaking stuff's going, man. There's only a 99.9 billion, upside down 666, only 99.9 billion XRP that'll ever exist, right? And it's just getting less and less and less and less and less and less per transaction. Micropayments are coming soon. Androids are coming into our economy. There's only so much XRP to go around. There's only so much XLM to go around. There's only so much, you know, what's another finite HBAR to go around, right? There's only so much IMX and IOTX and MDT to go around. There's only so much KIN to go around. My gosh, KIN at 502, y'all. Been touching 501. The community is starting to lose it. Some whales of the community are maybe starting to lose faith. This is great. We're not in a bull cycle, guys. Doesn't matter what's happening with KIN right now. It's the freaking bear cycle. It's a low cap crypto. The low cap cryptos are going to obviously experience the most severe effects of a bear cycle, right? So just being able to catch some of these low cap cryptos that show high volatility towards the upside, right? Those are the type of cryptos that do like 100% in a day, in a 24-hour span, right? 500% in a 7-day span, right? Those are the ones we're taking over, right? Those are the ones that the blue crew is invading, right? Just like we did with SHX at the triple zeros in 2023. We do that with every freaking crypto in the deep reds, right? We just take it over, right? You guys don't want to make these cryptos pumps? Then we'll flip our own switch, right? We'll just flip our own switch, man. What's up, Marvin Davis? What's up, dude? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Good to see all the tigers in the chat. What's up, Amwood? Good to see green giants popping on up. People clinking their blue wrenches. They know what I'm talking about, man. It's the tiger mentality, dude. XEN's been killing it. For sure. For sure, Thomas Marrero. XEN's been amazing, man. Gotta love XEN. XEN and Zbeck. Woo! Chef's kiss, right? That's helping you get through the bearishness. Hell, that's helping you maybe get some profits to throw into some of these deep reds, right? XEN was in the deep reds not too long ago. That was a 000 crypto. That was a, what, 00 crypto. Now it's just a 0 crypto, right? Wait till it gets to 10 cents plus. Then we just got to wait to get to $1. All right, so we already talked about in the deep reds, IMX, Even though it went from 40 to 60 cents, I still like this crypto. It's a 2 billion supply. It's easy to get on Coinbase. It's an X crypto, right? Good following on X. Active, right? Gotta like that. IOTX, right? 10 billion supply at 2 cents. Good following on X, right? In terms of, you know, other developers and creators following them. Continuing to build partnerships. Love the activity. I think they burned a significant amount of the supply as well, which is great. I mean, sometimes that may be a signal of no usage, right? So, but I think this is a good thing for the IOTX ecosystem, especially since it's a finite amount and we're talking about speculation here. 2 cents, 10 billion, now maybe less than 10 billion. Let's freaking go. What do you think on Mobius on Stellar? Mobius is an interesting one, man. That one definitely has a potential for high volatility. I think Stellar does follow them, right? If I'm not mistaken. I just don't know if they're very active and if they might have just been replaced by something else, right? There could have just been something, but I don't want to say like not touching Moby. But I think there's more. I'd rather just like go with Aquarius at 000, right? I'd rather go with NLT, right? Some people were freaking out about NLT, the fun Stellar tokens not working, but now you can see that, you know, your tokens are still there. They're still staking. They're still freaking earning fun tokens. So love seeing that with NLT. Love scooping up some really cheap NLT here at these prices, you guys. And I'm not even scooping up with like the money that I'm getting right now. I'm just scooping it up with like what I'm getting from my DogStar rewards, right? I just get some DogStar and AQUA rewards. Freaking just throw it into NLT, stake that, and put it into, you know, get some fun, right? Get some fun tokens. Yeah, we talked about XRP, right? XRP-Fi with a Doppler. You know, once again, I don't know if they're legit or not, but I like what I'm getting. I'm like that I'm earning some drops with XRP that I can afford to lose, right? That's the important thing. With XRP, you can afford to lose. It's already gone, and now you're just earning drops, right? You're just building your drops fund for the future, for when this thing really goes, you know, triple digits, right? Watch those hands. Yeah, right. I'm just waving them around, Norseman. Going nuts with my hands. If you hold XRP, you better have Phoenix, meme coin, 500X. Norseman, love it. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, meme coins in general in the XRP L ecosystem are prime for the taking. I totally agree with that, Norseman, because if XRP goes, man, just watch. Yep, I love XRF too. XRF is awesome, man. XRF, Phoenix DeFi Hub is going to have an airdrop, you guys. You guys can check out if you're qualified for the airdrop in the XLM ecosystem, the Phoenix DeFi Hub. That's PHO. And they're doing an airdrop for XLM holders, right? So that's really huge. Phoenix and XRP. Oh yeah, I like XRP Army. XRP Army is definitely a huge meme coin to have some. I have some XRP Army. That's like one of the few memes that I have. But I'll check out Phoenix as well, Norseman. Yeah, dude. I mean, XRF continues to get shouted out from the... I mean, this thing's legit, guys. Like, this thing's building. It's an X crypto in the XLM ecosystem that Stellar has shouted out, and the CTO, Tom Weller of Stellar, has shouted out. I know, right? Norseman fits the narrative, too, right? Phoenix, XRP Army, for sure, man. They've never seen a bull run. They don't know what bull runs look like. Yeah, Norseman, you're saying all the right things, man. You're saying all the right things, man. Let's see what else we got. We got IXO in the Cosmos ecosystem at 009, 160 million supply for the Internet of Impacts. 009 IXO. I don't know if you can stake this crypto in the Cosmos ecosystem, but dude, IXO right now, like, just coffee money could change your life right here. You're telling me you can get maybe like over 100 easily of IXO and it's at 160 million supply. Like, holy cow, man, this crypto can kill some zeros right here. Norseman shouting out Phoenix 500x, and Army will get 200x because, yeah, you might want to have just your limit order set, right, for if it hits that 500x, and then cash out right there, just in case if it sells off really quick. Drops, Splash, Bert, Scrap, Schweppe, Brepe, Brito, nice. Nice, gotta love all those, man. Yeah, XRPL memes, man. XRPL memes. That's what it's all about. I'm sure Cobb, right? Probably one of the Alex, like Cobb's token will probably do good. Drop to the top drop. I mean, yeah. What if drop is an intentional creation here to have just a backup to XRP or something? I don't know. No, that's full on a meme token for sure. But you're right, man. Drop could definitely do some things. You popped in real quick. Just be safe. Yep, that's it. It's just in and out, man. Get your 500x in 2 minutes and then bounce, right? Go in, wait 2 minutes, cash out. I think that's the strategy, right? So IXO, not looking too bad. I like Regen Network still in the Cosmos ecosystem. I'm still liking Iris, man. I'm digging myself out of a hole on IrisNet. That looks like it could possibly be dead, but you just never know. The Cosmos ecosystem's been low. A lot of cryptos in the Cosmos ecosystem have been at the lowest that they've been ever. Osmo token still under 50 cents or $1 is a tremendous opportunity. Yeah, guys, I mean, there's going to be such like, if this is a speculative bull cycle that we go into, and it's just speculation aplenty in every direction, there's going to be so much filthy money made. Like, it's going to be tremendous, guys. I can't wait. SEI. Yeah, SEI is huge. SEI, SUI. Yeah, you know, these up-and-comers are starting to really try to test the top 10, top 20. New subscriber, just hearing about Drop. Is that on the XRPL? Yeah, Drop is on the XRPL. It's a meme coin. It's been around for a good bit. Crypto Savage, shout out to you. Guys, blue wrenches. Can we all hold up our blue wrenches and green giants? You know, give a little salute to, you know, a new viewer in the chat here. Appreciate you. We got a gray coming into the chat, right, as we like to call them. But he seems like a cool dude. He's just learning. He just wanted to learn more about XRP memes. If anybody wants to tell him more about Drop, I just know that it's a meme coin on the XRPL, right? You can find it through First Ledger, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's go into some kind of obscure tokens here. So we got one called Portal, that is looking to be like a Web3 connection for all blockchains. I don't even know what that freaking means, but hell, with the 1 billion supply at 7 cents, negative 9% in the past 30 days. Not too deep of a red here, but Portal looking like there's a real project there. And if that's a finite supply of 1 billion, man, $7 could possibly be, you know, in the cards here. 100x for a Portal, you know, in the speculative cycle, right? So Portal not looking too bad right there. I don't want to say it's guaranteed for 100x, but in its grandest of outcomes, I'm just saying the supply is low. And that price is legit. Like if I just throw $70 or even $7, I get myself 10 to 100 of these things. And that's already a pretty good impact on a 1 billion supply, right? Hell, man, that was something we were talking about. Like, I'm not saying Portal is the next Solana, but you know, that's when I say like coffee money could go a long way, you know, I'm not joking, right? I'm not joking. It's, you know, skipping your lunch could go a long way. I'm just, or skipping breakfast could go a long way. I'm not joking, man, with Portal, or, you know, we were talking about Solana back in the day when it's like at around what, $1, $5, $15, right? Coffee money went a long way with that, right? Getting 100 Solana was pretty easy. Now it's pretty hard, right? That's how it goes down in crypto. But anyways, let's keep going down some more deep reds. Casino Coin, I have no clue what's going on with Casino Coin. So if anybody wants to refresh me on any drama that has gone down or anything like that. But at 4 zeros, 87. My gosh. You can get a million of these easy. You can get a million CSC easier than ever before at 4087 during a bear cycle. XDC, of course, is the king. Igor, shout out to you, man. Gotta love XDC. Hopefully they have more of a presence in the US as things go on. We definitely want to see them be part of that XLM XRP trifecta, but right now looking like the US trifecta really is XRP, XLM, and SHX. But XDC, R3, XRP connection with them, SBI's connection with them, XDC is definitely due for a bright future, and maybe a brighter future than we've even ever expected. Speaking of XDC, let's go into the XDC ecosystem for deep reds. XTT, the XWAP treasury token at 0005 with a 1.3 billion supply at negative 20% down in the past 30 days. I'm loving this, man. 1.3 billion supply. You can get hundreds of these easily, right? And when XDC starts booming, like Igor knows how it's going to go down. When XDC starts booming, you're going to see XTT just do some, we've already seen it do some numbers during this bear cycle, like out of nowhere, right? We saw XSP and XTT have like a little bit of a run earlier this year, right? They come back down to earth. They go back down to where we found them, maybe a little bit higher. And we're jumping on that, man. We like XTT big time. And it's an X crypto. Speaking of another X crypto on the deep red list, STMX. I haven't talked about StormX in a good bit. They do have a presence in the US. They've had advertising in a lot of sports, particular basketball and things like that. StormX looking to be like a rewards token for, credit payments or, debit card payments and things like that. STMX has been around for a long while. This was one of the first cryptos that was on Uphold, believe it or not. So some good history here with STMX at 002, 10 billion supply, negative 25% down in the past 30 days. Love seeing it at 002, guys, because we've seen this go up to a penny not too long ago, right? So it's back down to 002, back down to some major lows. Loving STMX at this value here. A crypto connected to STMX that's had a partnership with it, called EarnM. EarnM is a really ambitious project at 0.001 with 5 billion supply and negative 36% down in the past 30 days. They have a collaboration that was just recently announced with STMX. 0017, 5 billion supply. So that's basically around the same price as STMX, but half the supply. EarnM is looking to be DPIN for all mobile phones. Apparently it has connections with over 45 million mobile phones already, right? So that's pretty interesting here with EarnM and just seeing how they're building out. That's starting to become a thing. People are starting to try to, because the way the economy is, right? They're trying to find ways to make money through their phones, through their computers, right? Once again, like I said, we got to go through the hurdles. Unfortunately, we have to go through the hard stuff. So what's the hard stuff? We get obsessed with mining. We get obsessed with energy and electricity consumption, right? And then once it starts effing with people and like maybe the radiation studies or frequencies or whatever, right? Regulations start to come through. And deciding we have to use our energy in select places. We have to focus on AI instead of just mining Bitcoin when we have cryptos that you don't have to mine that are already out there in the freaking algorithm, right? And that will stay true to the algorithm, right? You don't know if more Bitcoin is going to continue to get mined out of its supply, right? We assume that Bitcoin's going to reach its limit and then be finite, but you just never know. There could be more Bitcoin created out of thin air like there had been in 2013, right? Is XXT or is XTT the NLT of the XDC network? Amwood, maybe GBEX? Maybe GBEX could be a good contender there, but I wouldn't, why not? Why not XTT? It's the treasury token, right? We got the no limit token. There's no limit to NLT, that's for sure. Is XTT deflationary? That would be a great thing to check out. Maybe ask Grok that really quick. Guys, thanks for the 28 viewers on a stream that we haven't come back, we haven't done streams in a good bit. But if I don't see you guys in a bit, hopefully this video can get some good support. But, these deep reds are probably going to still apply if we're just in this type of sideways stuff of, crypto. Hopefully things get more, hopefully we start getting some green candles and we can have some celebratory streams with the Blue Crew sometime soon. But we're not done with the deep reds just yet. We do have a couple more. So we have Supra. We've been talking about Supra maybe a little too early, but I was talking about it just being cautious, with it at a penny. Right now it's at 0.004, possibly going to go down to 0.002. 100 billion supply. This thing could be the next triple digit 000 crypto, right? But Supra looks like there's a real community building behind it. It looks like there's a real project, right? Quality amount of followers and the quality of followers that follow it. 0.004 Supra, not looking too bad to maybe just get a taste of it, but this thing can maybe go lower. This thing can maybe be a 000 project, right? With that type of supply, you just never know with Supra. But I'm interested to see this is one of the ones I'm kind of interested to see how it does in the bull cycle, because, you got a lot of names that are looking to threaten, the Solanas, the Ethereums, right? But also the cryptos that are around that kind of like outside the top 10, the ones that are just on the fringe, right? So I'm interested to see what like these new age layer 1 or layer 0s are going to do, like freaking sell frame. I'm interested to know what sell frame is going to do in this speculative bull cycle, right? And from what we learned from the past speculative bull cycles is that it's really just speculation, man. Some of these cryptos don't deserve crap, right? Like you're going to be so like you're going to, you're probably going to be doing what Norseman or saying, like, damn, I should have just done what Norseman was doing. Right? I should have just gone in on XRP memes. Right? Stuff like that happens, man. Stuff like that happens. But hey, you still make your gains on your cryptos, right? But of course, people always try to think, oh, I could have made more. Could have done this, right? Just can't. That's a you thing at that point. It's like you're just never happy. Right? Let me see. What's our last deep red? XPnet, like I've said, Bank Social, XPnet. Bank Social's been killing it. It's been fluctuating, but dude, it's still a 000 crypto. That's part of the DREC Alliance, right? We're the Deep Red Alliance, but the DREC Alliance over here, the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, BSL's a part of that. The Blue Rose, Oasis Protocol, I still love that crypto as well, right? What other cryptos that we got in there? Casper, Hashpack. Let's not sleep on Hashpack. I hope we have some Hashpack. I hope we have at least some of everything in that DREC Alliance, right? Because that's already such a forward-looking, alliance to begin with, right? The only ones that are able to provide decentralized recovery. Hopefully some more join. We're already seeing so much love. Like, how funny that when ADA joins the DREC Alliance, we start hearing all this great stuff about ADA, right? In the past couple of months, right? The sentiment for ADA has definitely been changing and moving, right? This is definitely not normal. For sure, Silver Days. This is definitely not normal. How funny that the DREC Alliance gets made. We get a new administration, and the DREC Alliance is at the crypto ball. Hodgkinson is getting invited for crypto policy stuff, right? The members of the DREC Alliance are around this administration, without a doubt. Just the timing, right? Just the timing of it all. So yeah, XPnet, Bank Social are amazing 000 cryptos there. XPnet's at 1 billion supply. Bank Social's 100 billion supply. XPnet's 1 billion supply, right? 2 billion market cap for Tibber is FUD. Dude, Tibber's been killing it. ETH Patsy, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you for any donations. Guys, in the description below, we have a Merc store. We have our, you guys want to mine, like, since it's going to be all about mining for at least the next couple of years or so, and maybe next year and a half, if we get a 2027 cyber attack. You know, I've been killing it just earning Satoshis on my phone, right? I don't have to have a separate miner or anything. I've just been killing it, freaking mining Satoshis through the phone, through the Ember app. Love the Ember app, and just keep stacking them up. Keep trying to remind everybody to turn on, you know, pinging their activity, you know, people who are part of our circle here. And yeah, man, we're killing it. Just continue stacking up Satoshis to build up more blue bricks. And I'm just holding, like, who knows if Bitcoin goes to 250K, I almost think it would go there before XRP moons, right? So I'll just build up the Satoshis and then convert them into drops, right? But also, if you guys are watching this video later, right? If you guys are watching this video later in the stream or anything like that, you can do thanks now. You can do a thanks donation when you're watching the video later. So you don't even, if you couldn't donate, for example, during the stream, in the description below, I have all my wallets there and all that type of stuff. And then you can also do a thanks. But what's up, full of XRP? Good to see you. Yeah, just building up blue bricks, man. Just building a blue castle. That's what it's all about, Psych. That's what it's all about, man. Shout out to everybody here. Let me see. What other deep reds might be sleeping on? So Tibber, right? We got a Phoenix, XRP Army. XLM ecosystem's fun, guys. Love NLT for where it's at. I'm sure it's like 4016 or something like that, right? Loving Kin, right? Still love Kin, man. Holy cow. Like, that is the most fun to throw coffee money out of all these cryptos, because it's like, at this point, it's truly just the community and it's a finite supply. And like, what else is my $5 going to do? Get me a latte? Fuck that. I'm not drinking coffee anymore, man. It's deep red season, dude. Yeah, Ember app is a way to mine, Satoshis, right? You watch an ad every 24 hours and you press start mining every 24 hours and you mine Satoshis. You can refer, I have a referral link that helps you earn extra Satoshis starting out. Obviously it gives me extra Satoshis, with people who get signed on, but, it's better to get signed on through a referral than not a referral, because then you already get a good start in terms of Satoshi earning, but then you want to refer others, obviously. But it's a cool platform. You can do, little mini games and stuff and prediction based stuff on the application. You just sign on with your email. Yeah, digging it. Just, why not? Why not just have, like, if Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million per Bitcoin, right? Or millions per Bitcoin, right? Then these Satoshis are going to become a freaking dollar plus, basically, right? Or each Satoshi is a penny you're just earning, right? What else? What else have we got to do? Is it worth, dude? I think it's worth, I don't think it's worth, I think it's worth trying to just get people to download the Ember app and then you just mining Satoshis passively versus having to buy freaking desktops and stuff like that and just use extensive energy and just be part of the problem, right? I love that Tammy Camp from Stronghold and SHX came out and was saying that Bitcoin, like, that SHX use 1 million times less energy than Bitcoin. Like, they've been throwing shade and warning people, and we've been telling people, like, for how long, that this is the learning hurdle, is that we have to go through, what? Before we had cell phones, what did we have, right? We had corded phones, right? And before corded phones, it was just a really even harder form to communicate, right? That's the same thing here with crypto, man. Crypto evolves just like all these other technologies. There's more efficient, better options. And nobody wants to accept that right now because people love their iPod, right? When you had your iPod, you almost had your iPod and when the first iPhone came out, you had still your iPod and your iPhone. But then the iPhone kept developing, kept growing, kept upgrading, right? And then people just stopped using iPod because they just wanted efficiency, wanted simplicity, right? Less things to plug in, less things to carry, right? Hell, and there's so many like, the funny thing is, right now, people are like not focused on eco-friendly, the eco-friendly stuff right now until like a natural disaster happens, right? When a natural disaster happens, that's when people start thinking about like, oh, maybe we should be more eco-friendly, right? Maybe all this extensive, like we have to find more ways to be more efficient, right? Right now, we kind of just slept on that topic because we're just trying to get people distracted from even thinking about technology or, you know, just getting them trying to get them obsessed with technology, or, you know, what's it called? You know, get them distracted about war topics and other politics and stuff like that, right? But just wait. That eco-friendly narrative is going to come back stronger than ever, right? You're going to have regulatory policies with technology that definitely are involved not only for children's safety, as we like to, you know, somebody mentioned earlier, but for the benefit of the planet, for it to be a safer place to live, right? For us to limit our carbon footprint. You think using more electricity is going to limit our carbon footprint? Come on, man. What do you think is next for SHXG? I mean, it's just its natural progression of just continuing to win. You think Notcha is the end of it for SHX? It's not the end of it. You're going to start... Dude, just like... Man, you got to love the beautiful slow growth of SHX. Doing weed dispensaries early on and little businesses and stuff like that, right? Now starting to move... That's what I expect for SHX. You start seeing them doing what Ripple does. Acquiring custody solutions. Major businesses partnering up with Stronghold and SHX, right? That's what I expect the next leg up to be, right? You go from partnerships with like weed dispensaries or online payment platforms to now, you know, Notcha. Like, you just took that big upgrade to freaking Notcha. You already had IBM behind you, right? Supporting you, loving everything you do, wanting your stable coin, right? SHX partner. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's just like, just continue to expect them to just have like, there's going to be more there's more, like, this is going to be a pie that's made up of different flavors, man. And each pie is going to have its own little cut. Like, you know, it's, yeah, like one of those like little fun cheesecake things that you see at parties and stuff like that. SHX is going to have its piece of the pie, right? It's going to have its one piece. XLM is going to have its one piece. XRP is going to have its one piece. Everybody's going to think that they have like their own, you know, just like you have a Chase card, somebody else has a Bank of America card, somebody else has a Wells Fargo. You're going to be using such and such payment platform or crypto payment platform, right? Because they'll be replacing the banks, right? Or not replace, or the banks upgrade to these crypto platforms, right? Have you heard anything about YBX? YBX is like, it almost seems like they don't care about YBX as much and they care more about Blend. But I'm still holding on to YBX because it's such a low supply with the low price. And then Blend, we know Blend Capital is going to do some legit things when XLM starts to come back, right? So I love those two. But I haven't heard anything through the grapevine yet about YBX, but I still like it. I still like jumping in on some YBX for sure. How do you feel about XTC? We just talked about XTC earlier. Jamala, super bullish. And we talked about one of its cryptos in its ecosystem in a deep reds right now at 0005 XTT, the XSwap treasury token. I also like XSwap. But XTC ecosystem is a major sleeper. Would love for them to have more involvement in the US. That would be great to see, but we're not fretting with what's going on with XTC. We still think it has a very bright future ahead, and I would definitely like to have my position set. I think XTC is one of those cryptos that, you know, if you're really, really into XTC, like my man RPM and stuff like that, you're just nonstop accumulating, right? But if you already have a certain goal with it, then awesome. You're just waiting for the show to start, right? You're just waiting for the show to begin with XTC. Where can I find your Ember referral code? I think it's in the description below, my man. I think it's in there. But here, maybe I can get it really quickly here. Okay. Well, I don't want to, I haven't used a YouTube live stream in a good bit. I'm so used to using StreamYard. I don't want to like go to my homepage and then come back and it's here. But wait, maybe give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, let me see if I can leave you guys a comment. What? I can't leave a comment in here? That's bogus, man. Come on now. It should be in the description of my video, man. Should be in the description of my video. How come I can't? Can I reply? Huh? I don't get it. How come? Dude. That's so BS, so I can't even leave a comment. That's terrible. That's cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, hopefully it's in the description below, man, because, yeah, using the referral helps you get extra Satoshis. But, yeah, just once a day. Dude, I'll even sometimes put a little predictions on, like, the NBA playoffs that are going on right now, man. I've been loving just trying to play those. It didn't work when I clicked on it. Fudge, man, no. Oh, wait. I think I found a way. Nope, did not find a way. Dude, YouTube, god dang it, YouTube and StreamYard. I hate you guys. I hate you. I hate you freaking, like, how come I can't talk with my community through a chat, man? Like, what the heck is this? Who does this? Who does this, man? Oh, here, you know what? I'm going to start it. I'm going to do this through a poll. There we go. Yeah, I think you could just copy that link in the poll. I'll do it as a Q&A too. Here we go. Ay. I'll just leave it like that. Who cares about this thing, man? Yeah, hopefully you got it. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, guys. So much love to the Blue Crew. Much love to the Green Giants. Much love to the Ledger Citizens. We're going to try to keep this at an hour for those who are just looking for, you know, just deep red content. Once again, going through the whole list for today. STMX, Earn M, XTT, Supra, SCSC, Kin, Portal, IXO, Bank Social, XPNet, IMX, IOTX, and MDT. Much love to the Blue Crew. Thank you, Green Giants. Thank you, Ledger Citizens. And shout out to the Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the eye of the tiger, and we keep it crypto. I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle, stacking up blue bricks nonstop. Much love. Adios.